Hello! I know it's been years since this topic came up, but I feel like I gotta talk about it because I find it very interesting. In 2010, Bill O'Reilly and Sarah Palin were incensed about an episode of Family Guy where Chris goes on a date with a female with Down syndrome. Sarah Palin's daughter Bristol called them, the people the creators of that show, heartless jerks, and Bill O'Reilly goes as far as to call Seth MacFarlane a hater. Bill O'Reilly called Seth MacFarlane a hater? Bill O'Reilly called someone a hater? Sounds like the pot calling the kettle black. I mean, if I was going to talk about how many times Bill O'Reilly has had his foot in his mouth, I'd be here all day. But we're not here to talk about that, no. Yeah, Sarah Palin was incensed, felt they were making fun of her child, Trig, who does have Down syndrome. And she and Bill O'Reilly were so quick to throw Seth MacFarlane under the bus. And here's a prime example of what happens when you don't do your homework on this subject. It turns around on you, and boy did it ever turn around on O'Reilly and Palin, because the female who did the voice of that character in Family Guy with Down syndrome actually does have Down syndrome. Her name is Andrea. I forgot her last name. And she's got a lot of fine acting film credits to her list. Remember the show Life Goes On? Remember the movie Smudge? I'm sure you do. And when she heard about Palin and O'Reilly's comments, she went on TV and said this: "Look, I thought it was funny. My family raised me to have a sense of humor. They don't treat me like a pity case like you do your son Trig." Yeah, that's a bigger... That was adding insult to injury when the person you thought you were defending comes in and just slams you. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times I've found Family Guy funny. Yeah, at times it's very, very funny. And other times, I find it downright disgusting and offensive. But in this case, I wouldn't find this episode offensive. I don't think it was mocking people with Down syndrome and people with disabilities. No. What I think it was mocking is us. How we usually view people with disabilities. I mean, we're so used to seeing them a certain way. I mean, that character on Family Guy came across as feisty and pretty sure of herself. I know people with Down syndrome. I do. I mean, they're mostly happy, and I'm friends with people with Down syndrome. Yeah, they are happy-go-lucky, and they may have some challenges, but they're basically like everybody else. I mean, they don't want to be treated no differently. Now, that's all I got to say about it. If you're watching, I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. Okay? Bye-bye.